What's up everyone, thanks for dropping by Magtaku's Corner, and welcome to my fan-made Bleach video game concept. I call it Bleach, Clash of Souls. Now, we don't have many Bleach fighting games here in the US, so I took it upon myself to come up with a concept for one. And my bad if you hear crickets or bugs in the background, outside, whatever I do, I just can't seem to record in peace. So yeah, anyway, I was supposed to get this project done weeks ago, but I've been very busy with work outside of content creating and had to take a little break. So yeah, let's get this ball rolling. So this is the main menu, nothing too special. The entirety of this video is just me using my imagination along with the edits and designs. I am no programmer and I also don't know how to make 3D models. So the story mode will span the entirety of the series, from the time Ichigo gets his powers all the way up to the war arc. But the feature everyone will probably be using the most is online versus mode. So let's select that and view the character roster. The character selection menu took up the most time. I'm going to explain how each character plays. Each character has their own stats and special game mechanics. So let's go all the way down the list, starting with Ichigo. Namco Bandai, you better be listening, damn it. Find a team of developers to get this thing started. I already did the designs for you. Spread this like wildfire, guys. Share, retweet, do whatever you gotta do. Okay, so Ichigo is the easiest character to master. Nothing too complicated with him. His stats are all above average, and when he enters his Bankai state, he becomes one of the fastest characters in the game. Because when he enters his Bankai state, he compresses all his power into speed and gets a massive Ryatsu boost. So the way I imagine the game working is I want it to be very in-depth, different types of sword parrying techniques. I want it to be more than just blocking, dodging, and attacking. I want as many game mechanics as the programs can fit in there. I want the sword fighting to look as close and feel as real as the anime. There's the health bar, the spiritual pressure gauge for special attacks, and there's a third gauge for Shunpo or flash stepping. Let's move on to Rukia as an example. So if you read the final arc of Bleach, you would know what Rukia's true Zanbakuto is, or the true power of Sode no Shirayuki. And as long as you have more Ryatsu than your opponent, coming in contact with Rukia's Zanbakuto, such as blocking or parrying, will freeze you. Not entirely, but just slowly. So the easiest way to defeat a Rukia player is to make sure that your Ryatsu levels are always higher than hers. Bleach has a lot of OP characters. Well, I mean, their Zanbakutos are overpowered. But the way to overcome that is just to have overwhelming Ryatsu. And I want that to translate into the game. So the way Rukia's Bankai works, if your Ryatsu levels are 75% higher than the opponent's, her Bankai one-shots, just like in a manga. If your Ryatsu level is higher than hers, it just does high damage, but you'll still be able to survive it. Rukia is in my top 3. I love Rukia. So moving on to Renji. Renji's not that hard of a character to play with until you use his Bankai, Hihio Zabimaru. Depending on the matches, the games can either last like 3 seconds or they can last up to like 5 minutes. It's just like in the anime, one mistake can cost you your life. So if a character is playing Rukia against Renji, and with Rukia they spam their attacks and don't conserve their Ryatsu, and if the player sucks at dodging with Shunpo, a blast from Renji's Bankai can be really fatal. Moving on to Yumichika. Yumichika is going to be really interesting. And since he only has Shikai, I decided to make it really interesting with. When activating his Shikai, he constantly drains his Ryatsu, but successfully attacking an opponent causes him to drain Ryatsu, because that's what his Shikai does. But to make it even more interesting, he has two types of attacks with the Shikai. One mode of attack drains HP, and the other drains Ryatsu. And if he were to have a Bankai, I like to think it's some powerful world tree that drains the life out of everything. I hope they give Yumichika a Bankai or get it approved from Tide Kubo. So Kisuke is going to be annoying because of his Bankai, really. He can heal himself with his Bankai, and he can also reassemble people's body parts with it. So I guess to translate that into the game, rearranging someone's body parts, I guess, can slow down their Shunko speed. The developers are going to have to get really creative with Kisuke. And the best waifu of Bleach, Yoruichi. Out of all the Soul Reapers in existence, they gave her the title of Flash Goddess, so you know she's probably the fastest character in the Bleachverse. She will have the highest Shunko stat in the game. We don't even know what her Shikai is, so we have no clue as to what her Bankai could be. Again, it would be cool if Tite Kubo gave us the information so the developers and programmers could, put it in the game. But Yoruichi would just be using her Keto-based, what is it called? Shunko. Yeah, that's it. It sounds a lot like Shunpo. So moving on to one of the most powerful characters in the game, Yamamoto. Yeah, you have his normal Shikai attacks, which are still OP, but his Bankai is the real issue. The only fair way I can think of using his Bankai in the game is to start a counter when he activates it. Like in Dragon Ball Z games where there's like a destroyed version of every map, just have the map slowly burn away. And if the player can't defeat him in time before the timer runs out, then both players lose. I have to put some serious thought into it. Moving on to Soifan, the way she functions in the game, Yuriatsu has to be higher than hers to avoid getting the mark of her Shikai, Suzumebachi. And my bad, I meant the in-game match levels of the Ryatsu. In-game. If your Ryatsu, same as Rukia, is 75% higher than hers, then you will not receive the mark. To make things more fair. Get the mark twice, and it's game over. And to make things even fairer, just give her a defense decrease while using her Shikai, because she really doesn't have a strong means of defending once her katana disappears into her Shikai. Her Bankai does insane amounts of damage and can only be used twice. Gin is also one of my favorite characters in Bleach, solely because of his Zanbato. Gin has the longest and fastest reach in the game. And when using his Bankai Kamashi no Yari, it becomes difficult to block his attacks, let alone parry. So Gin will have insane range. So I'm going to end part 1 with Gin Ichimaru. I've been working on this project for the past few months, and I really want to get to other content. But aside from that, the way I've explained the game mechanics were probably confusing and didn't really make too much sense. How do you think the game should work? Should it be a modern 2D Fire, or should it be something like the Ultimate Ninja Storm series? I will work on and update this project so I can release part 2 later on. There are still more characters that I need to go over. So give me your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Again, thank you all for being so patient. This marks the return of my hiatus from making YouTube content. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Magtaku signing out.